Hello, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I spend a lot of time, probably far too much time, listening to an awful lot of audio gear. Cheap and cheerful, big and small. Today's example is a headphone that is big in size but small in price. At least for the particular company in question, that is. The HiFiMan HE400i 2020. This is currently on sale for $169. That price is so similar to the product I reviewed last week, the NM2 Plus, that you might say it's exactly the same. Uncanny. Avid viewers may spot the HE1000 SE retailing at $3,500, or the Ananda BT, surely the best Bluetooth headphone on the planet, which retails at £999. Let alone the Shangri-La headphone system, which will set you back a cool £60,000. What am I looking for in a $169 version of the aforementioned mega expensive models? Just a few morsels of fine taste, good sound, and maybe a smidgen of some of the tech that has gone into the more expensive models. But mostly, I am looking for good sound. That's where I want the money spent. Then there is a chance for a Christmas or even a Black Friday candidate for a present to yourselves. Go on, you know you deserve it. The 400i 2020. HiFiMan are bringing a classic into the modern age in much the same way as they did with the HE6 SE. The drivers are the same as the original 400, but we have a new look. The headband, yoke, pads and cables. New materials. Lighter, stronger, more aesthetically pleasing. 93 dB and 35 ohms give these headphones a certain amount of freedom. Freed from the clutches of powerful amps, these headphones can be powered by a relatively small digital audio player, or even, if you must, a smartphone. I mustn't be too snobbish here. LG makes some great sounding smartphones with audiophile components, and my Xiaomi Mi 2 sounds pretty good with a reasonable set of earphones. Anyway, I'll give the Mi a try with the HE400i's. I can't say fairer than that. My name is Trev. This is Headphones Hi-Fi Reviews. Let's get down to it, shall we? Good box. In fact, your HiFiMan products tend to be double boxed. As you can see, there doesn't seem to be a blemish on this box. Slick. A silk cocoon for the phones to rest in before they're brought to life. No carry case. I'm not surprised at this price. We're looking at a very cheap price for a planar magnetic headphone. An instruction manual gives some tips as to how to get the best out of your product and contains the standard 1-year warranty. Read that at your leisure and keep it all safe in case you need to replace your cups in future years. Otherwise, a corded cable with two 3.5 left and right inserts and a 3.5mm jack. There's a 6mm adapter good for my streamer. That's a 50-watt affair, so if you use it on full-size equipment, just remember to keep that volume knob right down before you switch your music on. I like the reassuring feeling of the black cord compared to the premium cables HiFiMan supply. The cord feels sturdy, where the more surgical, tube-looking cables feel more fragile. These are planar magnetic technology headphones. HiFiMan do mostly planars as full-sized, with some notable exceptions, namely the J2 and Shangri-La electrostats. Planars are a combination of dynamic and electrostatic technology. You get some of the benefits of both. It's cheaper to do planar than electrostat. Dynamics tend to have a bass that has more impact. Planars are regarded for their relatively lower distortion. There are some fantastic examples of both dynamic and planar. I would say if you've always used dynamic headphones, the planars may take some time to get used to. The 400i is an open model. It will leak sound as the cups are open. The open cup design gives a wider sound as a rule. A closed cup design will have a more closed-in sound, but will often have a thicker bass response. A closed cup design that is half decent will isolate you from the TV noise and your wife from your music. If your wife has pin-sharp hearing, many do, she will hear your music even with closed headphones. Please bear this in mind when making your choice. A tiny little taste of the sound of these. This is a recording taken by placing an Olympus digital recorder directly inside the cups of the 400i 2020. The comparison model is the Pendulumic Stance. It is a closed headphone and has dynamic drivers. The sound quality of the 400i is very pleasant. It's inoffensive, no harshness to the sound, as if what often lets down headphones are a lot more expensive than these. They have that typical HiFiMan mid-response that seems to be forgiving of older recordings and the newer music that sound like chalk being pulled down a blackboard on some other brands out there. There is everything you need in these headphones. The bass has a decent lift without being boomy and a good wide image that planers are accomplished at. The cups keep your ears nice and warm, very nice at this time of the year. It's a shame to have to take these off, but the real world eventually catches up and forces the issue. No amp is needed. I played these through my Xiaomi Mi 2 as promised. I plugged in the USB-C to audio jack. It needed some tweaking with the Mi sound enhancer, and I chose this particular headphone setting. It needed an 85% volume setting. The USB audio player fared much better in bit perfect mode than my Amazon Music HD app. They made the sound seem a little strained. At 93 dB sensitivity, I was wondering how good a result I would get. The FiiO M11 was a much better matchup. In low gain, the sound level at 73% was what you were listening to earlier. I still maintain that an amp is not necessary for these. A decent DAP is what the HE400i 2020 deserve. The HiFiMan Super Mini, a mini adventure in itself, makes these 400i 2020 sing. I have no idea how they made this DAP sound so good, but it was money well spent for me. And I couldn't resist trying the headphones with this, while I still have it. Yes, the HM1000 Quad 1704 R2R DAC amp. Tested at 85% volume on low gain setting. Unforgettable experience, but it is a $4,500 DAC amp. We've come to the end. Excuse me. We've come to the end. I hope you've enjoyed your stay. If you like what you've seen, I hope you will like and subscribe. Eyes and ears open for this and much more stuff in the coming weeks and months. I have it here and I will bring it to you as fast as I can. Until real soon, thanks to you and goodbye.